Hello everyone, this is Mudra Surve and today we are going to start with our subject microprocessor, which includes in the syllabus of Computer Engineering Diploma 4th SEM. So we are going to start for our unit 2, that is nothing but the art of assembly language programming. Our first unit is about 8086 is a 16-bit microprocessor. So today we are turning towards the art of assembly language programming. So first of all, we know that there are various instruction sets are available in microprocessor 8086. So 8086, in this chapter we are going to see what are the program steps we use for developing a program, then what is the programming tools for 8086, then what are the directives used for 8086 programming. So we'll start now. So first is, before going to start the assembly language programming, we must need to understand that what is assembly language program. As we know that program is nothing but the set of instruction, or we can say the procedure to perform any operation. So in assembly language program, the machine code, we can say, it is nothing but the instruction set that machine understand. Okay, then machine language is directly understand by the CPU. So in assembly language programming, the mnemonics concept is there. What is meant by mnemonic? So it is nothing but the English equivalent code to the machine in text form. Okay, so the language which will understood by machine, so it is nothing but the code which is English equivalent, so we can call it as a mnemonics. Then assembly language is mnemonic representation of machine code. So whatever the machine code is there, for that machine code, the assembly language is nothing but the mnemonic representation of that code. So this is all about the assembly language program. Then now, what is the need of learning assembly language program? आपल्याला assembly language programming शिकायची गरज काय आहे? So main thing is that it help to learn the internal architecture of computer. Okay, so suppose we have to understand the internal architecture of computer, then the need of learning of assembly language program is must. Then high level language may need large memory space, so because of assembly language, memory requirement will reduce. So suppose we use a high level language for programming, then we required more memory space. But if you use the assembly language programming, then memory requirement will be reduced. So these are the points. So because of this, we need assembly language. Then now the program development tools. We know that while doing the programming, what are the steps we have to do. So these are nothing but the programming development steps. So first is define problem and constraints. It means what? Suppose we have to design one program. So first of all, we have to define a problem. Okay, so what program we have to do, then we have to define the problem. Then writing the algorithm, we first have to write down the algorithm before going to start actual program. Algorithm is nothing but a steps, we can say it's nothing but the steps of doing the program. Then flow chart means at what flow we are doing our program, so flow chart is most necessary. Then initialize the checklist. Next is choosing instruction, which instructions are suitable for our steps, then suitable for our programming. So choosing instruction is most important. Then converting algorithm to assembly language program, test and debug the program. And last is nothing but to test and debug the program, means we are writing the code, so to convert that code in assembly language programming, it is nothing but the test and debugging of the program. So these are the some program development steps. And this is the flow chart. Okay, this is program development steps with flow chart. Means when we are using the tools, assembly language programming tool, that time what steps we use. For this flow chart is there. So in further we are going to study the assembly language tools. So after studying the tools, we need to understand the this flow chart. Okay, so first we will see the program development tools, then we'll move towards the program development steps with flow chart. Yes, so this is our next point, that is assembly language programming tools. So our first tool is editor. Editor is nothing but a software. It helps user to create file that contain assembly language program. Editor means what? We just have to make one file that contain the assembly language program. Okay, so it may be Word file, WordPad, Notepad. So it's an editor. Editor job is to store ASCII code for letter and numbers in RAM location. So what is the job of editor? Editor job is to store ASCII code for letter and number in RAM location. So when typing is over, our file is stored in floppy, or we can say in hard disk. It is called source file. Okay, because we are writing our program, our basic program is we write in editor file, so we can call it as our source file. And now main thing is, what is the extension of the source file? So for editor, the extension is .asm. Okay, this is nothing but editor file extension, it's .asm. Then the source file is proceeds using assembler. Then the next step is assembler. So this source file we are giving to the assembler. So next programming tool is assembler. So now what is the work of assembler, or why we use why we assemble the program? So assembly level instruction has mnemonics, that is, suppose example move bx comma dx, that is MOV represent the mnemonics. ओके, सो असेंब्ली लेवल इन्स्ट्रक्शनला काय असतात? म्युमोनिक्स असतात. आता ही एक इन्स्ट्रक्शन लिहिली आपण, मूव BX कॉमा DX, त्याच्यामध्ये मूव आहे, हे आहे तुमचं म्युमोनिक्स. MOV इज नथिंग बट, त्याला इंग्लिश इक्विव्हॅलेंट वर्ड कुठचा आहे तर MOVE, वी कॅन से मूव, म्हणजे डेटा आहे तो तुमचा मूव्ह करणे. सो त्याच्यासाठी आपण म्युमोनिक्स यूज करतो MOV. So now what is meant by assembler? So assembler is a program which translate the assembly language mnemonics into corresponding binary codes. So for conversion or translation of mnemonics into corresponding binary code, we need assembler. So there are two assemblers present. First is Microsoft micro assembler, that is MASM, then Boardland turbo assembler. These assemblers are present in our use. Then now what is the operation of assembler? What actual assembler can work? So it is nothing but, first we are going to give the editor file, or we can say source file, to the assembler. So assembler read the source file, then it determine the displacement of data item and offset of label, etc. Okay, so now what if suppose we give the instruction, that is move bx comma dx. So first is read the instruction, or we can say read the source program, then determine the displacement. Determine the displacement what, म्हणजे कोणता डेटा कुठून कुठे न्यायचा आहे किंवा त्याच्यासोबत कुठलं ऑपरेशन वर्कआउट करायचं आहे. सो हे असेंबलर आहे ते डिटरमाइन करतो. देन फाइंड आउट द ऑफसेट लेबल, त्याचा जो ऑफसेट ॲड्रेस आहे तो फाइंड आउट करतो. देन it produce binary code for each instruction. Okay, then assembler produce binary code for each instruction, insert its offset. So now how assembler generate the file? So assembler generate two files, okay, containing binary code of instruction information, address of instruction having extension that .obj. So assembler mainly create two files, that is having extension .obj and .lst. So ऑब्जेक्ट फाईलमध्ये काय असतं, दोन फाईल ज्या कंटेन करतो त्याच्यापैकी पहिली आहे ऑब्जेक्ट फाईल. सो ऑब्जेक्ट फाईल इज नथिंग बट इट कंटेन द बायनरी कोड ऑफ इन्स्ट्रक्शन अँड इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट ॲड्रेस ऑफ इन्स्ट्रक्शन. ओके, सो त्या इन्स्ट्रक्शनचं बायनरी कोड कंटेन करतो आणि त्या जे इन्स्ट्रक्शनचा जो ॲड्रेस असेल त्याची इन्फॉर्मेशन कंटेन करतो आणि त्याला एक्सटेन्शन असतं .obj. इट इज नथिंग बट ऑब्जेक्ट. देन सेकंड फाईल कुठची क्रिएट करतो तर असेंबलर लिस्ट. सो असेंबलर लिस्ट फाईल कंटेन असेंबल स्टेटमेंट, दॅट इज बायनरी कोड अँड ऑफसेट ऑफ ईच इन्स्ट्रक्शन. ओके, सो अँड त्याचं एक्सटेन्शन काय असतं, इट हॅविंग एक्सटेन्शन .lst. lst इज फॉर लिस्ट. सो असेंबलर लिस्ट फाईल. सो ह्या दोन फाईल्स आहेत त्या असेंबलर क्रिएट करतो. इफ वी टेक प्रिंट आउट ऑफ .lst फाईल, देन टायपिंग अँड सिंटॅक्स एरर आर इंडिकेट. सो दिस इज वन ॲडव्हान्टेज, दॅट इफ वी प्रिंट आउट ऑफ .lst फाईल, दॅट इज नथिंग बट असेंबलर लिस्ट फाईलची जर आपण प्रिंट आउट काढली, सो we need to then we get syntax error are indicated. ओके, जे काही टायपिंग आणि सिंटॅक्स एरर असतील आपल्या प्रोग्राममध्ये ते आपल्याला इंडिकेट होतात जर आपण त्या फाईलची प्रिंट काढली तर. सो दिस इज वन ॲडव्हान्टेजेस. सो नाव assembling a program. Okay, so when program is written, it assembled to obtain.obj or .lst file using MASA or TSM assembler. Now we see that we have two assembler, that is MASM and TSM. So when our source file is given to the assembler, then what assembler do? It assemble the file to obtain.obj or .lst file. Okay, then format for making assemble language programming is MASM, then bracket मध्ये file name .asm with our extension. If error occur, then assemble generate error message along with line number. If there is a error in our programming, then in microprocessor what happened, the error is detected, but for our easiest way the line number is given. ओके, मीन्स वॉट, सपोज कुठलाही एरर जर तुमच्या प्रोग्राममध्ये असेल तर असेंबलरमध्ये तो डिटेक्ट होतो आणि तिथे तुमची प्रोग्रामिंगची लाईन नंबर दिलेला असतो, म्हणजे जेणेकरून आपल्याला इझी जावं की ह्या लाईनला एरर आहे. ओके, सो आपल्याला एरर करेक्ट करण्यासाठी, ते इझी जाण्यासाठी इट इज अ वन ॲडव्हान्टेजेस. इफ देर इज नो एरर and user want to find .exe file, then it need to link the file to the linker. So if there is no error, then we will go towards next tool, that is linker. So with linker we get .exe file. Okay, so this is all about the assembler, that why we use assembler in 8086 programming. So next is linker. Linker is nothing but it's a program used for joining many object file into one large file. So as a name indicate, it's linker, so it's link the small object file. Suppose our program is too big, then we create many object file. So using linker we just join many of object file into a one large file. Linker produce a link file contains binary codes for all combined modules. Okay, so linker will produce a binary code for all modules or combined modules. It produce link map file which contain address of all links file. Linker produce link map file which contain address of all the link files. Okay, so it contain address of all link files. Then linker does not assign absolute address, it assign relative address to the program starting from 0. Okay, so it is meant that is linker does not assign absolute address, it assign relative address. Then it is relocatable. Linker with MASM and TSM produce link file with exe extension, also called com file. So extension of linker is .exe, or we can say it as a com file, that is .com. These are the file produced by linker. Then next tool is locator. Its program used for assigning the specific address of location where segment of object core are loaded in memory. So this is nothing but the locator. It is used for assigning the specific address, or we can say ki location. So where segment of object core are loaded. So it is used to assigning the specific location. A locator program is called exe2bin, comes with IBM. It converts .exe file into .bin. Okay, so what is the extension of locator? This is .bin. So whatever the file produced by linker, that is .exe extension, is converted into .bin file which has a physical address. So it's all about the locator. The next is debugger. So debugger is nothing but a software tool used to detect source of program or script error. Okay, whatever the errors we have to in programming, so debugger is used to detect the errors by performing step by step execution of application code and viewing content of code variables. So debugger is one of the main tool in assembly language programming because it is used to execute the program stepwise. Okay, so stepwise execution is there, and after each instruction execution there is one advantage is that will get the view of the content of every code variables. Okay, so this is the debugger. If program is directly accessible from microcomputer, then we use debugger to test and run program. Okay, so what is the condition? If the program is directly accessible from the microcomputer, means there is no need of hardware, then we use debugger for running the program. With the help of debugger, we can stop execution after each instruction. Okay, just now I said that while using the debugger, we will run the stepwise execution. So it is possible to stop the execution after each program. Suppose we have to understand what is actually this instruction is for, what is the operation this instruction perform. Then while using the debugger, we will stop the running status of the program after each instruction. And we can check or alter the memory or register content. Okay, so whatever the memory or register content, we can check after each instruction execution. We can put breakpoints in the program and execute the program from one breakpoint to other. So this is also one of the main point, that while using the debugger, we can keep the breakpoints on the program and we execute the program from one breakpoint to other breakpoint. Then from most IBM PC type computer, the basic debugger comes by default. Okay, so काय सांगितलं की बेसिक डिबगर्स आहेत हे बाय डिफॉल्ट सिस्टीममध्ये असतात. त्यातले कुठचे? बोरलँड टर्बो डिबगर और मायक्रोसॉफ्ट कोडव्यू डिबगर. these are the two debugger that we get by default in most of IBM PCs. The next one is emulator. It is used to test and debug the hardware and software of external system. So emulator is used to test or debug the hardware and software of external system. Okay, it is a combination of hardware and software. It consists of multi-wire cable that connect host system to the external system. So emulator, it consists of multi-wire cable. Why? Because to connect that host system to the external system. As each instruction is executed, emulator takes snapshot of register content. Just now we said that जर डिबगरमध्ये आपण प्रोग्राम रन केला तर एवढी इन्स्ट्रक्शनला आपण बघू शकतो की रजिस्टरमधला कंटेंट काय आहे. तसंच इम्युलेटर जेव्हा इन्स्ट्रक्शन एक्झिक्यूट करतो तो इम्युलेटर टेक अ स्नॅपशॉट ऑफ रजिस्टर कंटेंट, activity on address and data buses and status of flag registers and store this data as a trace data. So every instruction execute झाल्यानंतर इम्युलेटर हा रजिस्टर कंटेंट मधला, देन एव्हरी डेटा बसेस मधला, देन फ्लॅग रजिस्टरचा स्नॅपशॉट घेतो. जस्ट reason is to trace the data. It is possible to take out print out of this data, so analyze the result. Okay, and suppose we have to analyze our result or we have to check our result whether our instructions are performing well or not. So if we have to analyze the result, then we can take the printout of this snapshot. Okay, so this is all about emulator. Then now we have seen the assembly language tools, that is nothing but your editor, then assembler, linker, then next is locator, debugger and emulator. So we will move towards the flowchart. Okay, so it is our program development steps with flowchart. So just now we said that we have to write down the program in editor. So first we have to start the program, then define the problems. Okay, whatever the program we are going to run, so we have to first define the problem. So this is our second steps. Okay, then create source file with editor. So first tool is editor. We have to create the source file with editor having extension .asm. Then second is the source file is then given to the assembler. So next step is assembler. So assembler, what do? It's assemble the file or create .obj and .lst file. Okay, assembler will create two files that I have seen, that is your object file and assembler list file. So it's having two extension, that is .obj and .lst. After assembler check the errors. Okay, assembly errors. If there is errors are there, then again assembler move towards the create source file with editor. मीन्स जर एरर आपल्याला भेटले तर एरर करेक्ट करण्यासाठी पुन्हा असेंबलर कुठे जातो, लूपमध्ये, जर सोर्स फाईल क्रिएट करण्यामध्ये, मीन्स एडिटरकडे. और इफ देर आर नो एरर्स आर देअर, while assembler checking the error, if no errors are there, then this file is go towards linker. Okay, then what linker can do? Linker can link all the object file to the one module and create .exe or .map extension. Then this file is given to the locator to access or to give the address of location. Okay, then locator create .bin file. This is the locator. Then after locator, it is given to the external system, or we can say for debugger or emulator. If only software is there or in process system is there, then we use debugger, or if hardware or external system is there, then we use emulator. So external system जर असेल, suppose we have an external system, then it will move towards load emulator. Okay, then emulator run or test the program. Then after running or testing the program, it will stop. Or if there is no external system, then it will load the debugger. Okay, then the same steps debugger will do, that is debugger run or test the program, and after testing the program or running the program will stop. So these are the program development steps with flowchart. Whatever the tools we have seen before in this lecture, so this is nothing but the flowchart of programming of assembly language. Okay, so thank you. So next part we will see in next video.